Hi guys, so we found some pretty strong leads name-wise, and I'll go through the list. So we're still looking into Paddy/Patrick. For Clark, we found a possible Robert Clark. For Edgar, we found a possible Edgar Stanley McQuillan, who's a retired RAF wing commander. For Francis, we found a possible Francis Jones. For Blanche, we found a possible link in terms of the fact that she was the French Dowager Queen who is linked to Richard of Cornwall via Simon de Montfort. Beverly, we're still looking into. Edwin, we found a possible Edwin Walker. Laura, we're still looking into. Jason, we're still looking into. Colin, we're still looking into. Elizabeth is obviously also Beth and Lizzie, and apparently Bertie is also a variation on the name Elizabeth. So a last name is possibly Jones. Robinson, we found a possible links to a George Robinson, a Susanna Robinson, and an Adam Robinson. Samuel could be Samuel Medhurst or Samuel Jones. Evelyn, possibly not linked to Anne of Cleves' house, but rather to my boyfriend, as that was his grandmother's name. Jasper is a strong possibility that it links to the HMS Jasper. Lizzie, as I said, is Beth, Elizabeth, or Bertie. Nancy, we're still looking into. Dorothy, we're still looking into. Raymond is possibly Ramon or Raymond Berenger, the IV. I can never remember what that Roman numeral is. Reginald is possibly Reginald Everett Lambert. Ezekiel is possibly linked to KIE that we got on the spirit board, so the Ouija board. Susan is possibly a Susanna Robinson or Susanna Jones. Ethel is possibly an Ethel Isabella Lewis or an Ethel Sarah Walker. Amelia is possibly the slave vessel Amelia, aka the Mariana, or an Emily Jones. Joan is possibly related to Richard of Cornwall, as he had an illegitimate daughter called Joan of Cornwall. Isabella is possibly linked to Richard of Cornwall, as his mother was an Isabella, Countess of Angouleme. Sorry, I'm not very good at doing other languages, particularly. Bob is possibly a Robert Walker or Robert Clark. Bertie is obviously Elizabeth, Lizzie, and Beth. So I said Walker is possibly a Robert Walker, a Maria Walker, an Ethel Sarah Walker, or an Edwin Walker. Julian we're still looking into. Anne is possibly Anne Robinson or Anne Jones. Elijah, which is confirmed by the Ouija board that it's a false name of a demonic entity. I'm going to look into that a bit further when I go back in October. Richard is a strong possibility that this relates to Richard of Cornwall or a Richard Wilson or a Richard Jones. I found links to all of those names for the area. George, possibly George Tyrone or George Huggett or George Robinson. Jones is possibly Emily Jones or Samuel Jones or Susan Jones or Francis Jones. Wilson, possibly Elizabeth Wilson, née Medhurst, and married a Richard Wilson. Adam could be Adam Robinson. And obviously Beth is Elizabeth, Lizzie, or Bertie. As I said, I'm going back in October. So I will be doing a part 2 of Anne of Cleves' house. I am looking at going back again at some point next year with my boyfriend for another investigation with pigs. But as I said, the next investigation that I will be doing is in October. Any other updates I get name-wise or research-wise or whatever, as per usual, will be in another video for this series. So I will catch you guys either in the next video with an update, research or name-wise, or in the next series. Bye, guys.